All right, it is Friday, June 4th, 2021. It is 5:16 a.m. and I'm on my way to the gym right now. You know, the word that came to my mind not even 15 minutes ago, right? Matter of fact, literally as I was preparing my stuff to get ready to get out the door, the word that it came to mind was be grateful. Be grateful and be patient. You might say, well, be grateful, be patient. Okay, for what? Be grateful for what you got. Be patient for where it is that you want to go. Be grateful for what you got. Be patient for where you want to go. I guarantee your life has progressed. I guarantee. I don't know you. I don't know you. But I guarantee your life has progressed. You say, well, no, it hasn't. It's very hard for a person who has grown a centimeter of an inch. Because how do you tell if you've grown unless you have something to compare it to? Like if yesterday you reached up to get that thing out of that very tall cabinet, you couldn't do it because your height did not allow it. But now today, you're able to reach up into that exact same cabinet and obtain what it is that you were grabbing for. That would be the only way that you can tell if you have grown. The only other way outside that is somebody comes up to you and they say, hey, it looks like you got taller. But just within yourself, making a comparison or making a decision on whether or not you've grown in height could prove to be impossible without something to judge that by. I say all that to say, maybe you don't recognize that you've grown. Maybe you don't recognize that you have made progress. But I promise you, you have. If it wasn't just that last night you went to bed hoping that you would die and you woke up this morning and you're still alive, you made progress. If you were fighting for your life doing chemotherapy and cancer and you're here today, you've made progress. It might not be everything that you want. That's why I said be grateful for what you have. Be patient for where it is that you want to go. You got to remember something. For some of the places that you want to be, some of the places that you want to be at, some of the things you want to do, some of the things you want to have, it requires a lot. And quite frankly, I got to be honest, there was a point in time you could put money in my hand and it just, it wasn't a bad thing, but it wasn't a good thing because I really did not understand what was required of me. There's a story in the Bible where, I don't remember if it was the servant and the master, but when the master was going to leave, he's told his servants, I'll trust you with this. Trust you with this money. To one he gave 3, to the other he gave 2, to the third he gave 1. And when he went away, he said, I'll return to collect what's mine. And so when he went away, the servant that he had gave 3 to doubled it. The guy he gave 2 to made progress with what he was given. But the guy he gave one to buried it in the ground for safekeeping. When he came back and they presented it to him, when the servant presented what they had done back to the master was well pleased, except for the person who took the one and buried it in the ground. He said, "Take yours and give it to them, you unfaithful servant." So it's not necessarily that you would do the wrong thing. You wouldn't do anything with it because you don't understand money. But those are some of those places that you want to be in, that you want to be at, that you have to be patient. There's certain rooms that you might go into where there's talking about things that are outside of your understanding, that can intimidate you. You know? That can intimidate you. And then if you walk into a room where you've been intimidated and you weren't ready, it's a good chance you won't go back. I've personally been there. I had to learn not to be intimidated in rooms that I was hearing things that I didn't understand, but yet I had to learn how to listen and ask questions. So be patient for where you want to go. But be very, very thankful for where you're at, because I promise you, you're making progress. It just ain't the kind of progress that you think you deserve. But one thing I know about God, He knows the right time, and He ain't ever late.